And now, serving the Ozarks, sponsored by Nav Restoration and Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders.
So I'm sure you've heard of the saying, home is where the heart is. But if you really think about it, the definition of home comes in many different shapes, sizes, and situations. Currently, there are over 1,000 children in the foster care system across Greene, Christian, and Taney counties. So for children in the Missouri judicial system and foster care, home has quite a different meaning. This is where CASA of Southwest Missouri steps in to provide consistency, stability, and comfort. CASA of Southwest Missouri is a nonprofit organization that recruits, trains, and supports community volunteers known as a CASA, or Court-Appointed Special Advocate. A CASA assists the court in protecting the best interest of abused and neglected children here in Southwest Missouri. A CASA will visit with the child or children at least once a month in order to gain a full understanding of their situation. They encourage the child to express his or her own opinions, feelings, and dreams. They also work with the designated caseworker to present the court with a child-centered perspective regarding what is in the best interest of the child. A CASA volunteer is assigned to just one or possibly two cases at a time, which allows them to focus on gathering all pertinent information regarding a child's case.
I always say that the one thing that our children and youth in foster care get used to is change. And unfortunately, they often don't get asked their opinion about what they want to happen or what their perspective is. And so the CASA volunteer really plays an important role to make sure that someone is always asking our youth, hey, what do you want? And then they are bringing that opinion and that best interest viewpoint back to the table and to that courtroom where very important decisions are being made on behalf of that child or youth.
CASA volunteers give neglected and abused children consistency, while the new CASA Clubhouse serves as a safe space for the children to communicate, play, learn, and do so much more. For Carol Wendt, being a CASA volunteer made such an impact on her life that she now works full-time as an advocate supervisor.
Going from a volunteer to a full-time staff has been amazing because now I'm really in it, and instead of just one child or two on one case, I actually get to supervise volunteers who help with their cases and children and foster care, but so I'm a part of their cases, so it's like quadrupling the amount of children that I get to serve. So I love it so much.
With volunteers like Carol, children who have only known hurt, rejection, inconsistencies, and disappointment from adults learn to trust, love, and have hope for a better future. Volunteer support is absolutely vital and needed to continue the mission of CASA. And if you'd like to become a CASA to a child in foster care, you can visit their website at casaswmo.org to make change in a child's life. So in closing, as the great Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you want to see in the world. And if you know of an individual, organization, or charity making change right here in our community, please email us at servingtheozarks@ozarkslocal.tv. That was this week's Serving the Ozarks. Please tune in next week to see who is doing great work here in Southwest Missouri.
Serving the Ozarks is sponsored by Nav Restoration and Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders.
What's ironic is, as you were doing that story, I just got an email from Esther Munch from CASA.
Love her.
Giving me my script for a week from Friday, a week from tomorrow night is Casablanca event that I've hosted for 8 or 9 years now, I think. And it's the big fundraiser for the great organization. That is CASA.
And I have to say, Laura sang your praises. She was like, you know, I could do a 10-minute spiel, but Jeremy makes it so easy. I have so much fun with him. If things go awry, which they tend to do when you're live.
They do.
You just keep going and make it fun. And also, Casablanca, Good Enough is the event, but it is sold out. So you cannot get tickets. However, if you would like to buy raffle tickets, those are still available to purchase, and you do not have to be in attendance at the event to win some amazing prizes. So that's happening.
And last year there were so many things that went wrong. It made it fun and it was funny. I enjoy blips because it keeps it real.
Yes.
It's a jam-packed event. This started maybe 10 years ago in a tiny ballroom above the Galois, and now it's one of the biggest events at the Oasis, and it's filled. The ballroom is filled. So many volunteers, and they raise a lot of money for CASA of Southwest Missouri. I can't wait. It's a week from tomorrow. I can't believe time flies.
I know. It's going to be a great event.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this.